Hey Bob, what are you doing?
Hey TC, I am filling out one of these employment questionnaire type deals, you know, because I need a job. I'm graduating like pretty soon, and I figured, hey, I'll come work for KRUA in Alaska. Why not? I just live down the street, so.
You planning to get paid for that or what?
Well, yeah.
It's a volunteer. It says volunteer.
Oh, volunteer questionnaire.
Hey, wait, that's your name, is it?
Well, Federal Relocation Witness Program. Oh, I could tell you, but then they'd have to relocate me.
Is that my pen?
Well, yeah.
Jesus
there you go. Anyway, we were talking to TC a little bit earlier between some videos there, and he had to take some phone calls because he is the program director.
Music director.
A music director.
Yeah, the program director is more important.
Really?
He's never here too.
Kind of like our station at KSR, we just combined the two because it's,
our
rest is kind of pointless.
Our station manager is a station manager, but our promotions manager would also be our, is also our assistant station manager, but there's no one filling a job right now. So we all have to work harder.
Double time, yeah, kind of like us, in a different sort of way.
So
who buys the beer the most around here?
That would be me.
That would be you.
That would be me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the staff drinker.
The staff drinker. Yeah. Do they tease you about being the elder statesman?
I'm the old. Actually, there's only one person that's older than me here at the staff, and that's the news. One of the public affairs director, and she's 30.
Wow.
So, and she doesn't look 30. She got carded last week when we went to a bar. So that was kind of funny.
That always makes me feel good. Anyway, we're here at KRUA in Anchorage, Alaska, and TC's going to be taking us on a little tour here pretty soon. And you were saying if you had your way, you would get rid of all the major labels and program the station.
Always. Well, see, there's another station in town that that is so scared of us. I mean, they were like until we went FM.
That'd be KWIL.
That'd be KWIL, yeah. Until we went FM, they were just a classic rock station, and all of a sudden, not only are we beating them in the ratings, I mean, hands down, they're like number 5 and we're number 3.
Wow.
Number 1 is the Fox, which is classic rock, and number 2 is like what's it, 97.3 Cool FM or something like that. So that's like 2 classic rock stations. Anchorage is the number 1 consumer per capita of classic rock in America.
Really?
It's unfortunate. That's just what happens. But number 3 station is us, and we're just totally destroying KWIL. And KWIL is so scared, and they've got all this money, and they're like Alaska's home of rock and all that, and they sponsor concerts, and they suddenly look at the ratings, they go, oh, well, this is why we need to be not only playing classic rock, we need to be playing alternative rock. So you hear Pearl Jam, and Leonard Skinner, you hear Veruca Salt, and Allman Brothers, then you hear like Slant Six and Portishead right before you hear
AC/DC.
Steve Miller, AC/DC. It's like disgusting. And I really despise like Veruca Salt and Pearl Jam, but I mean the first places that played those in town were us, and now we just can't play them because our charter says we can't. It's quite clear. We play any song we can't play any song that's on any other station in town.
Really?
If we do, we can get our license pulled.
Well,
that's because all the other stations in town said that they were so worried about. They were very worried about another station taking away more money because there's only like 16 stations.
Right.
And they're worried about the shrinking dollar.
Let me give you guys an idea. KWIL is kind of like KEPD in Arizona. You know, Arizona's Red Rock. Big major station. KWIL is the equivalent of that up here. KSR is the equivalent of KRUA, and when KRUA came in with an FM signal, they just lopped KWIL into the Stone Age.
Exactly.
In the ratings, and went to number 2, and the only thing that was bigger was Cool, which there's a Cool station in Phoenix also. So that's just amazing what these guys have done. But you guys have a charter saying you can't play.
Right. Well,
that is really bizarre.
The other stations in town were so scared that we would not only go FM and then apply for more wattage increase, that we'd also apply for a commercial status, which we'll never do that. As long as I'm here, we'll never be commercial. I refuse to be commercial. I know what it did when I was working at KSUA in Fairbanks, and that's exactly what happened. When it became commercial, and you start seeing how much. I don't like car commercials after a good song. Right. I don't think they work together. I mean, you see a Cal Worthington commercial, and then you hear REM. That to me doesn't work out.
Right. We have a lot of critics through the university and out. I mean, it's been a struggle for KSR. Just to go the 30 watts that we've done.
Yeah.
And Phoenix is just saturated with radio signals.
No, well, we were just.
There's like 50 plus.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys are a lot. I mean, you guys are a lot bigger, but you guys probably handle a bigger market too. We were just carrier current until just 3 years ago when we went to 162 watts, which is not a lot, but that is able to broadcast to the entire Anchorage Bowl area,
Right.
which is half the population of Alaska.
Well, that's impressive. I heard your guys' signal. It's very clean.
Yeah, it goes all the way to Talkeetna, which is unfortunate because they don't care about it anyway. But the
Redneck City, kind of like Tucson.
ugh, Redneck City.
Or KASR, your choice.
Well, I'm hoping to get a hold of Boris Yeltsin. If he wants to expend, military power on something, Talkeetna is a great place to expend military power upon.
Yeah, they probably messed that up too.
Well,
Yeah.
just send a couple troops in. Send one troop in with G12. Just
Take out Talkeetna.
oh well.
Yeah.
No, that's malicious intent there. I'm a benevolent person. I would never sit there and immediately want to destroy a whole town.
No,
We're
of
still under
course.
construction here. Oh, also,
It's a rival radio station.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
Our charter though, the other stations in town said, yeah, we'll let them go on, but they can't play any song the same as anything we're playing, which at the time would have been, anything else but Leonard Skinner and Allman Brothers.
Right.
That also can be commercial, and we have the news every hour for at least 5 minutes, which unfortunately at the moment we only do it three times a day. Nobody else has made point about that. But then you look around town and other stations are starting to play what we're playing, and it's like really scary. And
Well, they have to adapt. So in other words, you guys, I notice your nickname's The Edge.
well, there's 55 stations in America with the Edge.
Right.
And I would love to get rid of that nickname because it's pretty plain. The one that stands out the most is KDG in Dallas. And I mean, I worked for that station for 2 days and got fired because it's a commercial college station and it sucks. It's like KWEL. It's just they try to play all this other stuff.
Talking about commerciality, the one benefit of commerciality is that people have been hyping on KSR about is that it makes you there's a big movement in America right now about being self-independent.
Yeah,
Like
or being
you're able to
accountable.
support yourself and all this. It's a big right-wing reaction to all the programs that have kind of gone astray through too much red tape and pork barrel politics. But anyway, it's funny because we're actually getting some backlash on this. And here we are at a college station, and people are trying to tell us that we should be self-sufficient, which is ridiculous. That's like telling the campus newspaper, because our campus newspaper runs ads in the newspaper, and that newspapers are kind of like that. But it's a different ball game
Right.
with college radio.
Well, we have our campus newspaper here, which is okay, but if they wanted to get more money of the student fees, and that's all they should work as hard as we do. If they work, they got their debt. They don't have Fridays and Saturdays off. We do, but some of us don't. But I mean, come in here to be security guards. But if they wanted to work harder, they could, and to get more. We get $4.50 of the fees, $4.50 of all the fees that come in. We get it.
Right.
They get like a quarter.
Oh,
And that's because they don't have, but they get some money for ads, which is I guess okay. But the readership, the last time that someone did a study, which is like the beginning of last semester, that they get their average readership is like 12 to 1,300 people, while we have 3 million people a year.
Yeah, see, it's just a reverse ball game for us for the longest time because our campus newspaper reached so many people. It was so ingrained. It's like every day you pick it up and you read it. And I think they're, I'm not sure on the figures, but it's like 50% of their budget comes from advertising.
Right.
The other 50% comes from the school.
Right.
Whereas like our budget, it's more like 99% comes from the school, and 1% comes from.
Well, I couldn't believe
we have some advertising.
I could not believe the numbers. The people that don't even bother with the newspaper, they say, first of all, it's not interesting. It's not enough to keep your interest in the thing, and no one cares about that. I mean, people care about sports, but instead of reading about sports a week late when it comes out, you can read the sports in the local.
You guys only have a weekly paper, right?
Right.
Yeah, ours is 5 days a week.
Oh, really? That's really neat. It would be, I guess if they did something like that, they'd probably get a better readership. And I read a column, I read a music review column for them, and I got criticized for just doing doing just alternative indie labels. I'm like,
Right.
well, that's the reason I'm doing it. But then the last column I did was the newest Dionne Warwick album, which was fobbed upon me by the editor, and I said, sure.
Oh, come on, Dionne!
Not only did I review it, not only did I review it, I gave it a good review. Because I thought about it, I went, this is like Girl from Ipanema, Stan Getz.
Right.
And I was like going, this is just like that, but a little better. Hey, what's up?
Okay. All right, KSR video. We got the kids and etc. and other people walking in. So here's a new video. We'll be back.
Cool.